Hello.
Hello, Noonum. Now,
Make sure to cut out the Judas Priest song.
Yeah, okay. This video is banned in, like, every country on Earth.
244 countries. I feel like this part
Alright,
would be better.
but that's not a good note to start this on. So, I gotta explain some things. So, I just loaded my 99% save file, because this is the Kill 'Em All run, and that is actually a boring, harder way to play the game. I'm doing this on my fucking save thing, and I'm gonna be using the level select to play earlier stages, so you'll still get near enough all the story. I'm going to complain more about how it's handled, because it's kind of a shoddy feature in many ways, but it's workable.
Do you get to, like, decide what color of guns you get?
That's nice, yeah, but you can only do that with Dedsec firearms, not, like, normal firearms, which you can also print from there. So, we're going to have a lot of toys. That was the DDoS shotgun. Someone in my Discord requested it. And, there's a DLC weapon that was added that I'm looking for, which is right at the bottom. It's the paintball rifle. It's a non-lethal option they added.
I love the blue Jamie Foxx suit you're going with. Let me just open up this beer.
I mean, I was more like, oh, it's a bit Phoenix Wright-y, and I was in a Phoenix Wright mood at the time. It's not quite all the way there, though. No red
weren't
tie.
you doing your review of Phoenix Wright at the time?
Just a bit afterwards, actually. I think I recorded this a little bit before I started. But, as I said, we're going to be changing clothes of each part. And that was the mission select screen on the phone, which is a really, like, okay, missions are not organized linearly. They are just wherever the fuck. There's no order to them, and I hate it. So, the opening to the first proper mission of the game beyond the tutorial is them sitting down and watching a movie trailer.
Dude, I love movies. Is that Max Payne?
No, it's meant to be, that Scientologist actor guy.
Oh, it's supposed to be Tom Cruise, huh?
No, the other guy. The older one.
Travolta?
Yes, Travolta, thank you. I legitimately could not remember John Travolta. It's a parody of John Travolta.
Yeah, John Travolta is the Scientology guy, but I feel like the Scientology guy is definitely Tom Cruise.
Probably, yeah.
Why doesn't it, like, anyone else change their clothes? I feel like it would have been...
Would have been better, yeah.
A nice opportunity, like, every once in a while. Like, every time they show up in a new mission or a cutscene, they just have different clothes. That would have been cool. And, like, it's not like you can't, like, fucking develop a goddamn algorithm to do that, basically.
We gotta get these hackers somewhere.
I mean, I guess it's because they would have more unique body models, so any clothes they did have to make for them would have to be more uniquely tailored to them. But
come on! Come on!
Devon has different clothes.
Fucking... You can... If you're...
Cyber driver.
By the way, I want to point out they weren't actually enjoying that trailer. As the next fucking, like... As the next few lines of dialogue actually elucidate, they're like, they were actually offended by it.
We cut our own version of that trailer.
I love his glasses. Can you, like, just choose different glasses for him?
You can select different glasses. One detail that's really fucking anime about this game that I realized is that his glasses are actually tinted. They're actually too dark to see his eyes, but they become see-through in cutscenes, so they just look like regular spectacles. It's really weird.
Huh, that's weird. But it's still, like, I still wish that the other characters would change their clothes, because, like, it couldn't be that hard. Like, you fucking just ignore developing, I don't know, some dumb fucking mission that no one other than some really hard-on achievement hunter will do. Just cut that out and just, like, model some clothes for these people.
By the way, what do you think of these Dedsec videos that we're going to be getting a lot of over the course of this? Think about the amount of time.
It's another fucking thing that they ripped off of Mr. Robot.
Oh my god. I haven't seen Mr. Robot, so this is going to be interesting. I had no parallel to draw to Mr. Robot.
They're a lot more colorful than Mr. Robot version. Mr. Robot is like... Mr. Robot realizes how out of depth these hackers, like, actually are in this world that isn't not under their control as much as they think it is.
So, essentially...
Is basically, in Mr. Robot, it's very apparent that the hackers in that game, in that TV show, wish they were hackers, like, in this, like, what the hackers in this video game are, like, Like, and that's like apparent. That's like one of the things about it, because like it's a good fucking show.
So this is like, if you said it in the last part, and I don't know how much Mr. Robot's going to come up, but this is Mr. Robot with all the kind of cynicism surgically removed.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, Mr. Robot is in large part about mental illness, so I doubt that Watch Dogs 2, of all things, fucking dips its, like, hands into severe goddamn anxiety and depression. I doubt
you can't judge it for not trying to tackle something it has no interest in tackling, in this case.
I mean, true, but like, but it's like, if you have like some things from Mr. Robot, it's like it kind of just causes like a tonal shift, and it's
what
like,
do you think of my limo?
Jarring. Why do you have a limo in fucking part 2?
As I said, this is my late game save so that we had more toys to play with. So, you know,
Couldn't you
naturally I
leave
bought
the
a
limo? Couldn't you just leave the limo to like a later part, or is this
No,
gonna be your
no.
actual mobile that you're traveling through?
No, there's gonna be no linear curve of power progression. The amount of power and resources I wield part to part is going to fluctuate so massively that you will have no grip for how powerful I actually am at any given moment.
But you still fucking somehow managed to die on the intro mission, huh?
Hey, you know, again, I died not because of skills the tutorial was testing, so it doesn't count. I died because I thought there would be ground where there was none.
You never leave your deaths into these footages, do you?
You would complain if I did. I can't win either way with you.
Yeah, but at least it would have been content.
Is this not content?
I'm gonna complain about anything anyway, so...
That's the point. That's
Might
the
as
problem.
well-
You're just gonna chew me out no matter what I do.
Might as well leave like 30 seconds of someone's fucking dick pic on the screen. Like, I'm gonna complain anyway.
I don't know. I think if I actually did that, you'd be too flabbergasted to complain. So, let's just go over the chain of events as this mission starts proper, because I'm going to cut out a lot of driving from place to place. I'm only going to leave it in if they talk during it, or if I feel it's really relevant that it's left in, or if I kill a lot of people. But, essentially, they saw a trailer, and they were like, okay, so the setup is Marcus is the PR guy for Dedsec. We need to get people to download their app, and that will crowdsource, like, processing power for them. So, obviously, okay, we're gonna do a big stunt. But this feels like a bit much after Marcus has basically gone to lengths to prove he's not a criminal. Like, the whole beginning of his character arc is, I was falsely flagged as a criminal, so this is my revenge. And then, what does he do? He immediately goes and becomes a criminal. It feels like you've killed more people
than that. 11 only? You've only killed 11 people?
This is only part 2.
Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of opportunity to at least have the death count at hundreds at this point.
I'm not just going out of my way to kill people. Like, I kill people on the way to doing things. I'm not like, if we killed 100 people by now, this mission would not have started. That was the hardest part about making this a somewhat presentable playthrough, was how do I kill everyone and still do the missions in a somewhat breezy pace, you know? Also, I didn't count these as kills until now, but you're hitting them with a giant weighted ball. That would kill a few people.
Probably, but most probably just cause, like, brain damage and, like, concussion.
Either way, I've, like, significantly worsened their life, so I'm gonna count these as, like, kills.
I mean,
you know?
if they're knocked out longer than, like, I don't know, 30 seconds. Or 10 seconds, they're fucking dead. If they despawn, they're dead.
Well, here's the thing. If you take them out with a stun gun, they only, like, go down temporarily, where that puts them down for good. So, in game terms, they're dead. So it's really just up to us if we think that killed them. You know, that's our player choice, and I think they died. Because it's convenient for me to believe that right now.
It's convenient for me to believe that you are fucking dead.
Also, that's one of the best.
Well.
I showed off a moment ago. One of the best abilities in the game is you can unlock a hack to manipulate cars. It's a very simple command, but it's the fact that it's really simple is actually what makes it really cool. Is you just decide left, right, forward, or backwards.
I love the Windows fucking 8-esque option to like choose weapons.
Oh yeah, there's actually a quick select, but I never use it. I am mostly not using it for like ease of the audience knowing what weapon I'm picking and what I'm doing, but there are quick selects. It's actually really annoying in some cases. Also, because of where I was sitting, Marcus just sat on top of his own drone and it couldn't move, so...
I love that there's like physics like on that, you know.
Marcus
So you can
asked
just-
physics. Also, I just got another person killed.
How did you know that?
Because I heard gunfire and I checked this frame by frame and I was going through. I was quite pedantic, and a blip on the radar went out. What I've done in this mission is there is an ability that I unlocked where you can put a hit out on someone from a gang. So I just basically sent an assassin after one of the security guards, and that has caused a chain reaction of death. I don't use that ability very much because it's very hard to count my kills when doing it.
So the original idea of this mission was to like disrupt this like movie or stars, right?
No, the original intent of this, and by the way, could be totally stealthed, is we're sneaking in, we're hacking into the computers, we're stealing the movie's script and corporate emails to leak. This is very much based on the Sony emails leak.
Yeah.
A lot of the missions are kind of ripped from the headlines take on events, so this mission is inspired by, John Travolta, Scientology, and the email leaks.
Why are we killing? I
The
know
paintball gun wasn't very good.
the fucking dissonance between you just going around killing these fucking people who are literally just security at a fucking
That guy
movie
wasn't a
studio.
security guard, he was one of the gang members I called in to kill the security guards.
Yeah, but you're still... Fucking video games, they're wild. You can just do dumb shit in them, and it's like, without consequence.
That was actually one of the really well-liked features of this, is the ability to call in gang members to kill people. And I remember, this is somewhat out of context, but I will explain. There was a article, I read some reviews when I was making my video, and one of the reviews was like a point list of things to know about Watch Dogs 2 and why I like it, and like point 2 was, don't use guns, it's better if you go non-lethal and don't kill people, and then point 5 was, the ability to call hits on people is really fucking cool.
Why? How can you have that, like, next to each other? Like, how did you write that?
And when I read it, the author of the review, she basically did point out that a lot of her non-lethality was she didn't like the gunplay, but did like stirring up chaos. But there was still a little bit of dissonance in it, in those two statements back to back.
I knew it. See, okay, now we're talking.
Who's this guy?
Consider it sent.
He's a celebrity gossip rag writer.
He looks like he's from fucking GTA 4. Like, the animation on him is so shit.
Hella cool.
Do you want to know what's really fucked up about this?
What?
His payment was us giving him a celebrity sex tape for him to tell us where a car we want to steal is.
These people aren't good.
Fucking, no matter how much, you might like or care about Dedsec, that is so fucking fucked up. Also, you could see, that cut, should have been able to see on the bottom, there was a, watermark there. That's because, that cutscene doesn't actually play if you're watching these back, if you're replaying this game through the mission select, so I had to go and download it and reinsert it. So, thank you, Shirato. I didn't ask for your permission, but there you are.
That's... Why, like...
This is a game about hacking, so why would I ask permission?
The replays, like, thing is interesting. What other games have, like, something like that, though?
GTA 4 didn't have it, but The Ballad of Gay Tony, one of the DLCs, did. And that game was the first GTA game to include, like, bonus objectives for missions and such. Also, your drone gets the ability to just drop bombs from orbit. So... You don't even have to be near people to kill them.
Does GTA 5 have it?
It does. Along with bonus objectives, like score 10 headshots or sneak through this area and such.
Like the main point of the replay section is so you could like just easily replay missions and
yes. This game doesn't have anything like that. There's no, like, if you do a mission in this way, you'll get bonus
What's the
money.
point of it then?
I guess if you just enjoy the missions and want to replay them.
Then they should have like added the cutscene that they get cut out if it's just like an easy way to go through this game's story.
Do you want to know what else is bad about the replay feature? Is that it doesn't progress linearly. So if I pick the first mission of a game and a mission ends, it doesn't bring up a pop-up like, do you want to continue the mission? No, it instead kicks you back out into the free roam, and I have to navigate through that awful menu again, click on the mission, then navigate through another menu to click the next section of mission.
I don't get it. Like, I would get that if it was like some like mission, like specific objects that like you could do like to gain achievements. But like if it's just literally you want to replay this mission, and trust me, no one wants to play through goddamn Ubisoft missions ever. Fucking what's the point?
I don't know, man. Like, it's just a real, like, they added it in DLC, and I'm not going to complain that they added it. It's a nice feature to have. But the fact that it was added in post really shows it is a really just kind of half-there feature. Another feature of this game is you can rig up the traffic lights and things to be proximity-based, so any police chasing you will trigger them. And because it's underground stuff that causes explosions, it basically means you're just killing a bunch of people in road collisions to escape the police.
How much time do you think you saved from, like, playing a game like this?
My original playthrough of Watch Dogs 2 was about 30 hours. This was about 5. Maybe 6.
5 hours?
Yeah, cutting out all of the side content, all of the me walking to places, because the side mission selector also puts you right next to your objective unless the mission is to drive somewhere. Yeah. Or unless the mission starts in one place and ends in another, it completely cuts out the travel times and such.
And doesn't seem like there's that many missions then.
There are about, there's as many missions as there are parts, essentially. Yeah. Because each part is one mission, because a note about editing commentaries is, I think at this point in Commentarycomms, we try to aim for 25 minutes apart.
Yeah.
But if it runs on to 30 minutes, I will accept it. So generally, if a part goes to 40 minutes, then I can cut 2 20-minute parts. Like, 25 is the comfortable baseline for me.
Yeah. Definitely. Because, like, if it goes on too long, it just we burn ourselves out just looking at fucking pixels on the screen.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, it's both a positive and a negative of Watch Dogs 2, that Watch Dogs 2 is heavily episodic. Like, each part we're going to be dealing with a different company, a different thing, and this is very much about, you know, the film industry in San Francisco and Sony leaks and such, and
so it's a fucking other thing that we're like at 3 stars right now, and like I feel like even with fucking GTA 5 at this point, or even like GTA 4, like you don't maybe not GTA 4, but in these like open world games you don't like start off small enough.
I think like it's I replayed GTA 3 recently for the channel. I don't know if you're ever going to do anything with that footage. I just thought if Neo and Nuno ever want to pick that back up again, and I felt like playing GTA 3. But something I realized in playing GTA 3 was how loose the missions actually were. It was very much, here's a thing, how do you do it? And you had very simple tools to achieve it. But then I compared that to when I was playing GTA 5, and the missions in that are so structured.
There's so much fucking going on. And it also it's already like a big fucking event that it's happening, and I like kind of like want to start off my fucking GTA game just being some random fucking douchebag who just appeared in the city doing my thing. I don't want to fucking like open up and like have my fucking family there and like all this goddamn like fucking free characters introduced, and I'm like, what's the fuck is going on? Like I want it to progressively get bigger as it goes on. Like, all the, like, fucking little mechanics that GTA 5 has, like, cool. Can I not have them immediately, though?
I want to stress something, because, you know, this is being played on a save where I have everything. That 3-star wanted level that's like independent of me having a bunch of stuff. That's just if you do that mission loud. And
Yeah, that's what... Like, I'm not even, like, talking about... Because, like, I get that you have all your fucking stuff, but, like, I'm not even talking about, like, the gameplay of it. I'm just talking about, like, the feel of the story. Like,
of how much is going on. Like, you're 2 parts in and you've been, like, here's Dedsec, here's everything, here's CTOS, here's the movie company.
Like how the legends of this fucking genre of game, like, started off. You're literally... fucking one dude who gets off and you have like 2 fucking missions to do. Fucking Tommy Vercetti comes to New York, Miami.
Comes to Vice City.
Fucking Vice City. Fucking Vice City gets shot at from a fucking helicopter and like then has nothing and he has to like pull himself up. And like I feel like, I don't know, that aspect, it doesn't have to be like you building yourself up, but that aspect of it being smaller and getting bigger is like something that's missing in these games. Like, we're already like in depth into this story and like I'm like,
what's the first thing you do in San Andreas, like gameplay wise? You fucking go down an alleyway and get a bike. And you've got jack shit to your name and Grove Street is
this
fucked.
game, what the fuck we do? We literally hack the main fucking enemies of the game, I guess. I don't fucking know.
We put a backdoor in their system so that we can abuse their hacks.
We're already fucking overpowered fucking top dogs, you know? And it's like too much. It's too much.
It's kind of overshadowed by how many abilities I have, but one of the first hacks you can get is actually the most powerful ability in the game, and it's one that in stealth I make heavy use out of, but in Killing Them All it's like more or less useful, I suppose, and it's the ability to distract. There was a big change from Watch Dogs 1 to Watch Dogs 2 in their hacking. I think it's a good change. By the way, that's the selecting individual missions menu. And I've already forgot, wait, was that Pip 2 or Pip 3? What is this?
Pippy.
And then it turns out I can't select Pip 3. It's like, what? What is Pip 3? Why can't I select it? It just, mission complete. Can never go there again. Okay. But, the change in Watch Dogs 1, you couldn't hack every enemy. If an enemy was hackable, you hit Q on them and you hacked it.
Some of them changed their clothes.
Some of them did. Oh yeah, true. This is their DIY clothes. In Watch Dogs 2, however, the hacking menu is you highlight something, you hold down middle mouse on it, and then 4 options appear. And with that, it's had the knock-on effect that every single enemy in the game can be hacked and therefore distracted. So stealth is actually insanely easy in this game because every enemy, you basically turn them off for 10 seconds at a time.
Do you think it was like a prerogative for Ubisoft to like make stealth like a much more lucrative like gameplay thing?
Yes.
Cause I feel like mid developing, like in the story they were like, I think making this game about avoiding killing people would be a lot better. Cause
maybe
tonally, I'm talking about.
I'm gonna focus more on the gameplay side, you focus more on tone, but I also think that gameplay-wise, Ubisoft is not good at balancing stealth and combat. Like, they clearly want both sides to have fun, and that's a noble goal. But with that brings a lot of problems.
I disagree. You need to have a unified, consistent focus. Always.
No, I think that's better, but I think trying. I think it's a misaimed goal, but a noble one.
I mean, I would agree with it, but like it just doesn't work in any medium, and so why should it work in games? When you're just trying to have when you're trying to please fucking everyone, it just doesn't work.
So what they've tried to do with Watch Dogs 2, and we saw it more in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. We saw it a lot in Assassin's Creed Syndicate that every stealth tool in that game was ridiculously overpowered. But enemies were also easy to beat up, so it's like, what should I be worried about fighting enemies? No, I shouldn't, because they are actually a non-threat. And it's very much this. And here, I think enemies are deadly. When I played through this game for review, I played it on realistic difficulty, and it doesn't make the game hard, but it does make enemies threatening. Like, if I'm caught off guard, they would have me dead. Like, in 2 shots, 2 or 3 bullets, Marcus goes down. On normal, it's about 5. He's actually still very fragile, but what essentially happened is on normal difficulty, the enemies have far slower reaction times. I actually do respect that essentially, instead of making the enemies tougher on harder... I mean, it's called realistic difficulty, so what the fuck, you know? Like, you can't make them hardier. But they've just made them quicker to react, and I think that's a comfortable way of doing things. They're more human in their reaction times. It does also make things really weird, like Marcus steps on like, you know, police grounds, and they instantly pull guns on him.
That whatever the fucking thing is going on with the bottom of that fucking car, like the weird sound.
The wave, yeah.
The weird sound waves. I don't like it. It's too fucking ugly.
We unlock this car after this mission. I don't know if I ever drive it again. Oh, another really annoying note about driving in this game. The driving, for the most part, is just kind of like, eh. This game has aerial leaning, so if you leave a ramp, you can make the car do flips and shit. But the cars are so heavy and the effect's so muted that you can really never pull off a flip.
Like, what is it with, like, like, I don't know, Gen 2, like, no, I'm talking about GTA games, like the fucking, GTA 3, Vice City, and fucking San Andreas. What is with the driving in those games, and why is it so good?
I don't know. That's what I was surprised about when playing GTA 3. I was like, I was dreading driving in that game because I was not very good at driving as a kid, and I thought, you know, man, the driving in this game's going to be really hard. But then I played, it was like, this driving it's silky smooth. It's arcadey and fun, and it feels good, and I enjoy driving.
Yeah, and like fucking 4 and like 5, like immediately like kind of forget that. Like, how's that?
I don't know, but like, driving in this game is it's just kind of okay. It's like, it's not great, it's not good. But the big problem with aerial leaning is
it's all the like the animations, like the car feel that they're adding to it, which is kind of just, I don't know. Me fucking the 12-year-olds who fucking play your games don't care about real driving cars.
No. Like,
so make it feel like GTA fucking Vice City again.
But essentially the problem with aerial leaning that I've been trying to get to is W is the key to flip forward. And guess what button I'm going to be holding down when I leave a ramp? So my car immediately starts tipping forwards. It's like, I don't want to do a flip all the time, Ubisoft.
Why even add that to your game, to be honest, at this point? Because, like, the height of fucking, like, I don't know, open world, like, game stunts is probably, like, fucking San Andreas and Vice City shit.
And, you know, besides anything else, doesn't aerial leaning, like, I get why it's there. It's to make the driving more, you know, casual and easygoing, and that's fine, but doesn't it detract from pulling a flip quite a bit?
Yeah, you're supposed to fucking manage to do that somehow with your own fucking skill. You know, that's, like, the beauty of it.
It's like, if I leave, like, an incline on my, like, you know, with my left wheels up, my car's gonna flip to the right. So what's the point if my character can just decide that physics don't mean jack shit and just, like, turn the car in the opposite direction, defying all gravity?
Yeah.
Anyway, we hacked Sony, I guess. That's, like, we just recorded that and we cut a trailer and this is the villain and he's responding to that news.
While doing yoga, you know, introduce your villain just doing yoga, as you do.
They've tried to make this villain unique and quirky, but all they've really achieved is just making him decidedly underwhelming.
He's another one fucking Ubisoft villain that just, like, we cut to every once in a while and he's just like, talking about how things aren't going so well.
But not actually doing anything about it.
God, he's like the fucking same, like looking down how, like, his scenes are, like, made. It feels like he's the same exact villain as fucking, I don't know, who the fuck ever was in Syndicate. Who was that dude? Fucking Starrick. It's just fucking Starrick, like 100, 200 years later.
It's his descendant, fucking...
Instead of a mustache, he's a fucking man bun.
I nearly said his name. I'm not going to say it because I'm going to wait for you to learn what it is.
Oh, gosh.